Now they get boards for the building. Boards. This is real. Like they're really preparing.
They are really preparing. That was Harper Nelson. Dawn's been in Jamaica on a business retreat with 17 other people this week. As word spread that Hurricane Melissa was bearing down on Jamaica, a couple of people from her group, they were able to leave before the airport closed on Sunday. But now Dawn, her husband, and 14 others, they're stuck in Jamaica. Harper Nelson and her husband, Alonzo Nelson, join us now. We need to mention that this retreat was the National Scholastic Athletics Foundation. Dawn is a two-time Olympic medalist, winning gold in the 100-meter hurdles during the Beijing Games back in 2008. Dawn and Alonzo joining us now. First off, thank you for joining us. I want to make sure you guys are in Montego Bay, Dawn. Is that correct? Just give us an update of what you've been dealing with over the past, 12 hours or so.
Yes, we are in Montego Bay. It has been pretty much a drastic change. Earlier, everyone wanted to make sure people stay calm, don't, panic, but we didn't really have an evacuation plan. We knew that they were turning the convention center that you saw before boarded into the evacuation center. We were informed, though, you would be in this space, this area, but once it was time to evacuate, people were supposed to leave at 9:30. They were showing up at 6 o'clock, standing in the rain, panicking, people being turned away. Trying to push through the door. Of course, all plans change. You have people here with children, elderly. And so there's actually where this convention center is, there's an upstairs area, but downstairs there's a movie theater, and they have people, imagine a movie theater, they're in there. And the panic for them, and the lady was yelling out, I was in Katrina, I don't want to experience that again.
Oh, no.
And so you have mindsets, and so we're upstairs. So the flooding portion, we feel like we may be safe, but the winds have picked up. You can see the boarding behind us. Yeah. You could hear the winds going by. So it has been a huge change. Flights, everything have been.
So it's a lot of anxiety around here because last night we thought we heard wind, but that was just the blow dryer in the bathroom. But being in this area, the lobby area, you can actually hear the 70-mile-per-hour wind pushing against the boards. And there's some leaking in the roofs as well.
All over the building.
Already beginning to leak, and we still haven't even seen this hurricane make landfall yet.
Yeah, the worst of the wind is quite a distance from you, but you remark that woman, obviously tapping into her previous experience. And I think that all of us as humans can relate to that. Your mind goes to what you've lived through. And I can only imagine for that poor woman, but for all of you in this situation. So what's being done to sort of keep the cool? Because obviously we have a long way to go. You guys haven't even gotten to the worst of the storm. And then sometimes the aftermath can be very troublesome. So what efforts are being made to sort of keep the temperature low in this moment?
Well, right now they've notified us when everyone kind of first got into the building. They said, listen, we're going to do numerous announcements. So try and stay calm, bear with us. There's a big projectors in each room. So imagine a big ballroom, and there are partitions, four ballrooms, with a big partition. There's about 80 people in each room. So they have projectors in there. So they're going in, pulling up the map, kind of showing people where it is right now, when it's projected to hit. You're going to be okay, stay safe. They're letting us know they have plenty of food and water, they said. And obviously we'll deal with the day as it kind of comes, and they said they've never experienced anything like this, so they're like, bear with them. That's their main comment.
And the cool and calmness of Jamaicans is also what's keeping us calm, because as we were getting closer and closer to the evacuation, all they played was reggae music, and it was real soothing and calm. And the employees here have been really, really accommodating and really, really nice and just even kill. So big blessings to everybody that's working through this.
Because it got chaotic because there was a lot of misinformation with the evacuation plan. But literally they're like, please just stay calm with us, because they're like, we're actually nervous too. So trying to have grace.
I mean, they end up becoming almost crisis managers, right? As you've got a lot of people that are dealing with some nerves from ones who have lived through past storms.
And ones that have no idea what's coming.
I guess from your perspective, Alonzo, when we're looking at, and Dawn, perhaps the amount of time that you might be there, when was your flight supposed to leave, and is there a timeline?
Oh my gosh. So that's the hard part. I'll give the beginning. So we were supposed to leave on Sunday, this past Sunday. And once we heard people trying to get the earlier flights, that's why some of the members from this group were able to get out. But now it's Wednesday that our flight was booked for, but they alerted us yesterday that flight is canceled. So we rebooked for a Friday flight, but they're saying we don't know really when you're.
Hopefully we can get our Friday, but it'll probably be sometime maybe Saturday or maybe even next week. So
yeah, because of the aftermath.
And Don and Alonzo, is the flight through Montego Bay, I'm assuming, because both airports located on different shorelines will face different things. So you are trying to get out of Montego Bay.
Yes.
It closed on Sunday.
Sunday at noon.
Yeah, and
Yes.
they're like,
It was supposed to go out at 1 o'clock Sunday.
So how is staff preparing you for what's to come? Dawn, you had posted, I think that they are beach chairs that are going to be serving as cots. So you all are going to essentially be sleeping in these different rooms tonight or tomorrow too?
We already did. We just did our first night last night on those cots and everything.
And remember, downstairs is the movie theater, so where they spent their night in movie theater seats. And I'm not, no reclining, so that's where we are on that side. They gave us a sheet. We brought over our blanket and a pillow, and that's all we have. They said, bring your essentials. So, as you said, IDs, passports,
one change of clothes.
And that's just one room. It's about 3 or 4 more of those. And that looks very organized. Just imagine people are sprawled out all over the place now. I mean...
Yeah. You got to try to make do, right? I mean, as this hurricane's bearing down. So with mandatory evacuations that are set, I mean, you got to be ready to go by this afternoon. What is the game plan for you guys? You have to stay indoors? Are you allowed to venture out still?
Oh, no. So this board behind us, this is what all... Let me see. Literally, you cannot exit at nothing. There's no way to possibly get out. And so that is the part that makes it kind of hard because you can hear the wind, but in the room, the ballroom that we're in, we can't hear anything. Yeah. And so that's why they're just going to update us and our phones as long as we have service, which it actually now has been starting to cut out a little bit. So I'm in this space, that's why we're not moving, but it's starting to cut out a little bit. We're just literally we're waiting.
We're at the mercy of the storm because the wind is not going to get any less than what it is right now. When we woke up around 6 a.m., the wind was at 60 miles per hour. And now it's probably closer to 80 miles per hour. So,
and so family members have been panicking. I've been every hour. I didn't get a 4-hour sleep because every hour on the hour, I have a group text of his family and my family, and I've been texting them, we're okay. We're still okay. Everyone, Alonzo's sleep is just trying to ease their mind.
So I'll take the shift if she's going to get some sleep after this. And I'll start notifying the family.
Yeah, trying to keep everybody in contact as long as you can.
Exactly.
Just the human element here. I mean, just listening to both of you talk about this, I can feel my anxiety going up and my blood pressure responding. How are you two as a couple dealing with those physical reactions to this experience and trying to just weather the storm quite literally?
Well, so I did have a moment because this is just real conversation and I want you all to understand mentally where our minds go. I talk to my sister and I tell her, hey, you're our emergency contact. The U.S. Embassy, if anything happens, they'll be letting you know if we can't contact you. And she says, okay, Dawn, let's have a real talk. Am I getting your girls if something happens to the two of you? We have a 6- and 2-year-old. And I just break down crying because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a real thing. So that's where we are. I mean, at any moment, anything just triggers the fact that this is real. And so the helpful thing is we have each other, we have the other members, of the group that I'm here with that, you're able to kind of have a little fun moment. And then it's the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And taking those turns to help each other out of those moments, I would assume.
Yes.
I'm looking at you guys at a table, that retreat, the group that you were with. This was before. I would assume that, does the resort have plenty of food for everyone in the several days ahead? We always talk about having that stuff with you. You need drinkable water and you need the food. Are they plenty stocked up?
They are.
They just served us breakfast, and they have several stations with water and juice and hot tea and coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys have been getting the updates, but the National Hurricane Center, every hour they've been providing updates, and this could very well be the strongest landfalling hurricane that we've ever seen in the Atlantic Basin. That's breaking all records, all landfalling hurricanes, a Category 5. The power thing that you had mentioned, Dawn, I was curious. With the idea of power being out, have they been encouraging you guys to keep those electronics powered up? I'm thinking of the U.S. Embassy. You might want to write that phone number down on a piece of paper if the phone ends up going out, right?
For sure. For sure. We have it down.
Yeah, literally everything you just said, that's exactly what we're going through. When I finish this interview, like, we're not using his phone, we're going to keep it fully charged. We have our portable charger. Our group has portable chargers. They have charging stations because, you know, everyone's fighting for a socket, a wall socket. And so that's where you want to be. But they have stations that they've set up for you to charge. And so after I get off of this, I'm charging my phone and I'm not using it again. You know, like, it's just, do not use it unless you have to.
Yeah, that's the advice. That's well taken. I'm curious, do you have a head count about how many people? I know within your group, am I correct? It's you both and then 14 others. How many are at the resort?
Yes. It says 650.
Yeah.
650?
50
Wow.
people.
Wow.
And how many rooms? You have a couple of floors that you guys are all in.
So, yes, the convention center, we have the front room. So I'm going to do a quick spin.
Yeah.
Thank you for the perspective.
So that was right, because I don't want to, put people out there in a vulnerable space.
Of course, and we want to respect their privacy as well.
Right. So that's an example of what's in the front of the convention center. Then you have the ballrooms. Then downstairs, they said they were putting people in the bowling alley area, and then there's another room that they're putting. So they're just squeezing us in.
Yeah.
My word.
So up here, it should be somewhere around 450 people.
Well, we are certainly thinking about you guys and hoping you can get back to the kids, Dawn. I know that it becomes unnerving, especially when you're away for so long. So we're thinking about you guys. Please stay safe, and let's keep tabs too, because this is an all-day event and it's only going to be going downhill. So we'll be keeping tabs on it. Don Harper Nelson and Alonzo Nelson, thanks for joining us.
We're praying for both of you and your families and every one of you that are in this situation.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.